Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. My name is Banu Suresh and I'm your host for this program. Yogaxpress is a daily program that airs Monday through Friday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Time Warner 57, RCN 84 and FiOS 35. To my left is our wonderful participant, Josiane Hurd. Josiane, thank you once again for being here. You officially should be awarded a plaque for being a yoga addict.
Totally.
Thank you.
I am.
Now, it's really wonderful to have you. All that energy is beautiful. It's beautiful that you are willing to share your energy with us. I know you're a very active person and you are into martial arts and a lot of other things, including yoga. And I'm really happy that and appreciate that you're here with us. Thanks to Jeanette Santiago, our director, and to Zuli Naozo, our wonderful camera person. Thank you so much. This is great teamwork. And Richard Spezial, our studio manager, and Roberto Espinel, our facilitator. All of you deserve thanks for being here, helping us get our program on air once more. Josiane, at your request, Josiane has an addiction for the sun salutation. So, and not just you, I'm also addicted to it. I love it. And you know what? The sun salutation, it's one of the most complete yoga sequences you can find. When I say complete, the sun salutation by itself, when you do those 12 postures, there are 8 postures plus 4 repeats. The traditional one is 6 plus 6 repeats. Sometimes you have 7 plus 5 repeats, or you have 8 postures plus 4 repeats. There are many different versions. But the full sequence literally should take us only 60 seconds, both sides included. One side is 30 seconds. When we get the other leg back, it's 60 seconds. If we are very meticulous, very devoted about this, very dedicated to a sun salutation practice every morning at sunrise and at sunset, we can get into the habit of actually doing this full sequence in 60 seconds. So you just do about 3 or 4 rounds of sun salutation and you have basically worked every major muscle group, gland and organ, except the obliques. So we have decided to bring you the sun salutation with a twist. This is our version. What I thought would be nice was to just add a little twist so we can target the obliques in the side of our midriff. And Josiane had this wonderful idea that today was a great day to do the sun salutation, so we're going to do that. Those of you who are practicing with us, remember, we may be taping at a different hour in the day, but you're watching us at 1:30 in the afternoon. That's when the sun is just past its peak. 12 noon is peak, right? So when it's just past its peak, so you are actually practicing with us at a very good time of day. And it's a beautiful chest opener. It also helps target the different regions of the body. So when you open up the chest in the first posture, you are actually enhancing your lung power. Then you fold forward, you're actually massaging your lower abdomen to help prevent constipation. So we'll try and talk you through these. We're going to stand up and we're going to start. We're going to stagger, Josiane. Why don't you come forward? No, you come forward. I'll go back a little bit so we don't... Actually, we won't even hit ourselves even otherwise, right? Our mats are nicely spaced. So we have to take our legs back. So let's come to the 1/3 to the front part of our mat. So we leave about 1/3 of the mat free. We've got enough space for our legs.
We need for our legs, yes.
You're taller than I am. You may need a little more room. Feel free to kick that block right off of your area. Heels are together, toes are slightly apart, palms in front of the chest. Inhale, Bring your arms up. So this posture itself is, so you know, since we are going to workshop the sun salutation, this is called Namaskar Asana. Pranam Asana or Namaskar. Namaskar is a greeting. Palms are together. Inhale. Bring your arms all the way overhead and hold. Now, once you're up, once your arms are up like this, tilt your pelvis forward and hold your posture, not your breath. Exhale, fold from the hip. Pada Hasta, we did Hasta Uttana. Now, place your palms on the floor about a foot away from your feet. Take the left leg back and then take the right leg back. Press your heels on the floor. This is a wonderful rest posture as well. And in this kind of inverted V, Parvatasana, a mountain posture, it's also called Adho Mukha Svanasana. Adho Mukha is downward facing dog, Shwana is dog. We're going to inhale, bring our left foot between the hands. Inhale, bring the left foot, Ashwa Sanchala. We will do this about 3 rounds of sun salutation, so we will talk you through. Place your right knee on the floor, uncurl the toes in your right foot, and let's come back just a little bit. Here's where we are going to add a little bit of a twist. Now, we are going to do this twist right from the first sequence of the sun salutation, and we'll see if we can get you down to the basic sequence towards the end. Now keep dipping. Dip your hip. Come as low as possible. Left knee is up. Right arm goes up. Inhale. Exhale. Dip the right elbow over the left knee. Place the left palm over the right palm. Lift your left elbow up. Look up at the raised elbow. And hold. Parsva Kona Namaskara. Namaskara is prayer. Parsva Kona is twist. Prayer twist. You should also feel a beautiful stretch in your quadriceps of the right leg. Josiane, do you feel that? Your right leg, the quads, the front of your legs, front of your thighs would feel a beautiful stretch. Inhale, come out of that position. Place your palms on the floor. Curl your toes in the leg that's in the back. Lift your knee off of the floor. Take the left leg back. Bring the right foot forward. We're going to vary this a little bit. Now, very gently place your left knee on the floor, uncurl your toes, and let's come back just a little bit. Our viewers may or may not have noticed there is a slight variation in this. Besides the twist, there's something else, and we're not going to tell you till we are done. We're going to try and make you guess for a while. Dip your hip, keep going deeper, keep exhaling. Feel that delicious stretch in the front of your left thigh, the quadriceps. And you should also be able to feel a little bit of a pressure on the knee. You don't want to take your knee too far over your toes. Right knee is up. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right knee. Place your right palm over the left palm. Raise your right elbow. Look up at the raised elbow. And hold. Hold your posture, never your breath. Inhale, come out of that position. Place your palms on the floor. Curl the toes in your left foot. Lift your left knee off of the floor. And as gracefully as you can, take your right leg all the way back to Parvat or Adho Mukha Svanasana, the mountain posture, and hold. Now, we already did both the legs, so what we're going to do is we're going to vary this. Continue from here. Place your knees on the floor, both your knees. We're going to exhale down into Ashtanga Namaskara and inhale and come up in Cobra. Now, exhale and dip your torso into the floor. Keep your elbows close to you as you glide out into Cobra. Slide your knees back and uncurl your toes. Now your palms are nice and flat on the floor. Forehead is to the ground. Curl your toes in. Come up in mountain position once more. Bring your right foot forward. Your left foot comes forward. Palms together. Inhale, keep your back nice and straight. Exhale and release. I think we did our own version of the sun salutation, including the twist. We added everything. So I think we had about 8 or 9 postures. That's the maximum number of postures that on this show, we've been able to demonstrate to you. But you may also have noticed, Josiane, I think you would have picked it up very fast because we've been doing it together. You might also have noticed that we took both the legs back, one after the other, in one cycle. It's possible to do that. So if you're in a real rush and you have maybe 40 seconds instead of 1 minute, you can still do the full sequence. You still get a stretch in both the legs. So this
It's
time,
really great.
it does. It feels wonderful, doesn't it? It's so energizing. Take Josiane. You're always on the computer, right?
Yes.
And you love this. So every now and then, if you want to get off of your computer, go out there and stretch. You have one full meaningful sequence that you could stretch into. So let's do that one more time. Now we're still where we are. We need enough room in the back. Heels are together, toes slightly apart. Let's see if we can take you through the sequence, this time with a little more explanation, with a little longer holding time. Yeah? Bring your palms in front of your chest. Now, the explanation for each of these postures will follow as we get into it. That will be your holding time. So bear with us. Close your eyes and feel if you are swaying to the right or to the left. Are you able to stay in the center? And you can only feel that if you keep your eyes closed. So hold on. Keep your eyes nice and soft. Elbows are up, so you want to stay alert. Keep your eyes closed. This is also a very calming posture, so it helps calm the mind. Yoga basically, at least in our series, in our program, it's moving the body to still the mind. And that's what it's all about. You just want to still the mind, stay calm. Now, this is Namaskarasana. We're going to go up. Inhale. And this is great for relaxing you, so it's good for hypertension. Inhale. Take your arms all the way up. This opens up your chest, so it opens up your pectorals, your intercostals, which are the muscles between the rib cage, and it opens up your diaphragm. So this is great for enhancing lung power as well. So it's good for helping prevent asthma. Exhale, fold from the hip. You should feel a nice compression of your lower abdomen on your upper thigh, which means you're actually getting a beautiful massage of your large intestine, and that is good for preventing constipation. So hands are to your feet, Padahasta. So you had Hastotana, which is arms raised, Padahasta. Now place your palms on the floor. We're going to take the left foot back and then take the right foot back. Let's go into this one, mountain posture. Maybe we should try that, what you were just going to do, Josiane. We'll do that in the third round. Heels are on the floor. This is great. This is a wonderful rest posture. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Adho is downward, Mukha is face, Shwana is dog. This also stretches your hamstrings, your sciatic nerves. Hamstrings are the nice large muscle that protect the sciatic nerves in the back of your legs. And you also have this wonderful opportunity to let the pancreas do their job, because pancreas are right around your midriff in this area, so they're nice and loose. Let them do their job. We're going to inhale, bring our left foot forward. We're going to cut short this particular sun salutation. You've got your right knee on the ground already. Okay, right knee is on the floor. Uncurl your toes. Let's come. You're dying to go into that twist. I can see that. Okay, I love it too. I like twists too. So let's come out, and I'm going to wiggle my left foot forward just a little bit and dip my hip. Inhale the right arm up. Raise the right arm. Exhale, right elbow goes over the left knee. Parsva Kona Namaskara. Place the left palm over the right palm. And Josiane, to your point, this is a wonderful twist. Twists are great for helping prevent constipation because they actually massage your internal organs. They let your insides get nice and refreshed. Hold. Inhale, come out of that position. Place your palms on the floor. Curl your toes in. Take your left leg back. Do you want to do the other leg forward this time? You want to do it in the next posture?
Which
All right, bring it forward. No, let's bring it forward. Bring the right leg forward. I like to do it all in one because bring your knee to the floor. Left knee comes on the floor. The traditional one, you would do one side first and then the other side. I like this. I like breaking tradition every now and then. Okay, I'm going to wiggle my right foot forward and dip my hip. So dip your hip. You should feel a beautiful stretch in your upper left thigh. Right knee is up. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, dip the left elbow over the right knee. Place your right palm over the left palm. Right elbow goes up. Look up at your right elbow. It really does feel good, Josiane.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. Twist are beautiful. Inhale. Let's come out of that. That was Parsvakona Namaskara. I'm going to place my palms on the floor. Curl my toes in. Lift my knee off of the floor. This time we're going to do the plank. Take your right foot back. Come into plank position. Now we're going to go very gradually. Place your knees on the floor. Exhale. Dip your torso and let's glide out into cobra. Exhale. Glide out. Inhale as you come up into cobra. Now if you want to test the strength of your back, take your hands off of the floor. Press with the tops of your feet on the floor and you'll be able to go up a little more. Exhale. Release. Cobra is the only prone position where you start from with your forehead on the floor. You begin that posture with your forehead. All other prone positions, at least in our sequence, you start with the chin on the floor. Okay, we're going to push. We're going to press with our palms and we're going to lift our hips off of the floor. Press and lift. Now, we're going to inhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands and then the left foot comes forward. Inhale, right foot and the left foot. Padhasta, we already did it. You are addicted to twists. Inhale, keep your palms together. Let's come up. Exhale and release. I don't blame you. I'm totally addicted to twists myself. And sometimes it's easy to lose track. When you're enjoying the posture, you're holding it for a little longer. It's actually easy to lose track. I know we did something different on either side. I can sense it in my body, but it feels so good. Mm-hmm. We don't care. Okay, but we do care that we want to make sure our body feels balanced.
Oh, yeah.
So if viewers at home, we did do both sides.
No, we did. So
viewers at home, if you feel an imbalance in your body, don't leave that question mark in your mind. Just if you feel one side doesn't feel as stretched, just do it anyway. Do a little bit extra rather than a little less, right? Okay. This time we're going to try and talk you through not only the names, we are going to hold it, and what we're going to do is along with the exhales, we're going to try and point out the focus points. Every time you get into a yoga posture, the focus point might vary depending on whether you're in the sun salutation or you're doing the sequence or you're doing the ailment-specific series. So the focus point will vary. Because if you're focusing, for example, if you're doing arthritis-specific sequence, you want to focus your mind on the knees because we are doing arthritis of the knees, right? So you want to send your mind's energy to the knee. Where the mind goes, energy flows. So if you're doing back bends, you want to focus on the lumbago sequence, you want to send your energy to the low back. So this time, but in the sun salutation, the focus may vary. We're going to do the best we can. We're going to demonstrate to you where we feel, as we stretch, where we feel we need to send our energy. And you can do the same. And if you feel a little bit of pain in certain areas, make sure you send your focus, your energy to that area because it does help send the oxygen there. Okay, heels are together. One more time, one more round of sun salutation. Heels are together. This time holding times will increase a little more. Maybe we'll mentally count to 3, 4, 5, as long as we can. Heels together, toes slightly apart, palms in front of the chest. Hold still. Tuck your tummy in, bring your pelvis out just a little bit. Make sure your knees are nice and firm, not stiff. You want to stand nice and upright. Bring your chest out, shoulders back, elbows are up. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Now, inhale, take your arms all the way up. Now, when you're in this position, your focus point would be simply the eyebrow point, eyebrow center. You just want to feel the balance. Inhale. Remember the little rules in yoga, at least on our program. Inhale up. 10 minutes, great. 9 minutes, great. Inhale up, exhale down. Keep your eyes open when you go up. You may close your eyes if you want as you go down. So there are certain basic rules that we follow. Now we're going to hold this position for a while I try and talk you through some of the benefits. As you remember, this is a great position for helping enhance lung power. You're taking your elbows back as much as you can. You're taking your head back, opening up your chest, your pectorals, your intercostals, and your diaphragm all open up. At the same time, you're also tightening your sphincter muscles. Your sphincters are your anal and pelvic muscles, which tighten because your legs are nice and close together. You want to make sure, and that would be great for helping strengthen your sphincters, helps prevent piles. Piles is a British English word. It's called hemorrhoids here, I believe. Exhale, fold from the hip. Keep your back nice and straight. Beautiful, graceful, controlled motion. Very nicely done, Josiane. Now this is Padahasta. Padahasta is great for a number of different ailments as well. You feel that wonderful compression of the lower abdomen on your upper thigh. So that is good for helping massage the large intestine, helps prevent constipation. But not only that, I'm going to turn a little bit in profile so Zuli can pick us up. Not only that, you feel this wonderful stretch in the back of your legs. So your hamstrings, those big muscles that protect the sciatic nerves. Sciatic nerves are the two large nerves that divide from the base of your sacrum. From your sacrum, the spinal cord divides into two large nerves called the sciatic nerves, and they run down the back and the side of your legs all the way down. So this is also good for that. It's also great for activating your thyroid. So this is also good in a way, in a very simplistic way, to help prevent diabetes, because it activates your thyroid, helps balance your metabolism. Inhale. Bring your palms together. Now, actually, no, we're going back into position. Place your palms on the floor. Take your left leg back, and then your right leg back. And this time, Josiane, I know you want to do the twist, but let's get all the 9 postures if we can. Now, this is Adho Mukha Svanasana or Parvatasana. Again, in this posture also, and Josiane, do you feel that stretch in the back of your legs? Isn't this beautiful? When we lift, feels good, huh? And actually, Josiane, show our viewers, when you lift your heels off of the floor, tell them how you feel. Do you feel the same stretch as when you place your heels on the floor?
Oh, no, it's more intense with the heel on the floor.
Exactly. You feel a lot more, you feel your sciatic nerves, your hamstrings in the back of your legs stretching a lot more when your heels on the floor. And it's just common sense, because if you lift your heels off of the floor, the plantar fascias in the sole of your foot, that gets shorter. And that's why we say when people wear high heels all day, and then they take their high heels off when they come home, and they have to walk flat, the sole of the foot has to stretch the plantar fascias. There's a muscle there, and it hurts because it has been compacted all day with the heels up. So we want to make sure that it's nice and natural and beautifully stretched all the time. Okay, we're going to inhale, bring our left foot forward. Left foot comes forward. This is also a great knee bender, so that's great for helping create synovial fluid in the knees. Very gently, we're going to place our right knee on the floor. 5 minutes. Thanks, Zuli. Uncurl the toes in your right foot. Let's come up and include that twist into our posture. Now, this has a knee bender. At the same time, it's also giving us a wonderful compression of the lower abdomen on the upper thigh, one side at a time. So that's great for constipation, for helping prevent constipation. And the deeper we go, the more we dip our hip, the more is the pressure over there. And of course, we also have the beautiful muscle stretch, the quad stretch. Oh, you look like you're loving this. Yeah, you love it, right? You look good. Now, inhale the right arm up. Parsvakona Namaskara. Exhale, dip the right elbow over the left knee. Place the left hand, left palm over the right palm. Look up at the left elbow. Now, in this, you should also feel a beautiful stretch in your triceps in the right arm. Not only that, you also feel a stretch in your triceps in the left arm right here, because your left arm is raised and your right arm is stretched, the upper arm. Inhale, let's come out of that. And of course, we have that beautiful abdominal twist here as well. Curl your toes in. I'm going to take the left foot back. You know what? This time, let's do it in a second round. So bring the right foot forward this time. Let's do the other leg in a separate sequence. Keep exhaling. Pada Hasta. Now we're doing the 4 repeats. Clasp your palms together, come up with a nice straight back. Keep inhaling. Exhale. Ooh, feels good. Bring your palms in front of your chest. We're going to do the other side. This time we're going to take the right leg back. Heels are together, toes slightly apart. Inhale, bring your palms all the way overhead. Hasta Uttana. When I practice the sun salutation at home, and I'm just explaining a few things while we are holding in our postures, when I practice it at home, and it might help our viewers as well. I don't know what you do, Josiane, but what I do when I practice at home, I think of one person for every posture. So Namaskarasan, dedicated to my mother. So I see my mother's face in front of me. Hasta Uttana, because you have a chant for each one. Hasta Uttana, I think of my father. Like that, I have about 12 people I think of. So, of course, the third one, Pada Hasta, I think of my son, and then my husband comes fourth, and then my husband wants to know why he comes fourth, and my son comes third. So, I don't tell anyone anymore about it. Exhale, fold from the hip. This time, we're going to take our right leg back. We took our left leg back last time. Take your right leg back. And then take your left leg back. We'll get our knee down. Oh, you're down already. Okay, that's fine. All right. You're right. And the right knee comes on the floor. We're going to get into Parsakona. I need you to keep me on my toes, Josiane. Parsakona Namaskara. So dip your hip. Make sure you feel that wonderful, delicious stretch in your upper right thigh. Inhale, raise the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over your left elbow. Place your left palm over your right palm. Look up at your raised elbow and hold. Now again, this is a beautiful twist on the other side. Inhale, let's come out of that. Very gently, place your palms on the floor. Curl your toes in on the right foot. Take your left foot back. Now, we shouldn't forget the plank. I think we did miss the plank in the last, on the other side.
We can do it
you want
now.
to do it now? Yeah,
Sure.
Let's do it. Because the plank is a neutral position, so there's no two sides. So let's very gently place our knees on the floor. Exhale and dip your torso and glide out into cobra, and then we'll come up in plank and then in mountain. Exhale and dip. Glide out into cobra. This time, before coming up into mountain, we're going to come up in plank. We have 3 minutes?
30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay. Curl your toes in. Let's skip the plank. Let's come up all the way. Inhale, come up. Bring your right foot forward. And then the left foot comes forward. Clasp your palms together. Inhale, come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. I think we will sleep very well tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Namaste.
Jeanette. Namaste. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you, Zuli, Rich, and Roberta. And thanks to all of our wonderful viewers for staying with us. Keep stretching.
It was very challenging to do.